I've said this before. Hillary Clinton is not only a flawed candidate, but she's a bad politician. Meaning the more she talks, the less people like her. That's not good when you can't go out and drum up votes. So that's what they're doing. That's why she's not taking press conferences. She turns people off. Why? Because she's insincere and she's bought and she's not as good at hiding it as Barack Obama and her husband and the rest of the politicians. That's true, right? I'm not making any of this up? Okay.
Not true.
So just to prove it to you, this isn't something new, by the way. This is something people knew 8 years ago. Here's Christopher Dodd during the debate, Democratic debate in 2008. Let's listen to what Christopher Dodd had to say.
That my colleague from New York, Senator Clinton, they're 50% of the American public. They say they're not going to vote for her. I'm not saying anything that people don't know already.
I'm not saying anything people don't know already. So that's why she's running against this maniac, this xenophobic orangutan, racist, misogynist, just a disgusting person. Like, it does stuff that if a 12-year-old did it, you'd put him in timeout. And anyway, that's why she's having a hard time. That's why she has to reach out to warmongers on the right. All the people who were the architects of the Iraq War, she's reaching out to them now. Why do I bring this up? Well, here, let's even a little bit more. I'll show you a little bit more. This is from that same debate.
Part of the reason that Republicans, I think, are obsessed with you, Hillary, is because that's a fight they're very comfortable having.
Yeah, remember that? Remember the whole thing why we couldn't have Bernie Sanders? Because the Republicans will crush him. She's battle-tested. Remember that? She's been fighting the Republicans for 30 years, so they can't hurt her. No, they want to run against Hillary Clinton. That's their dream candidate to run against. The only problem is they put up their nightmare candidate to run against her. They actually found someone more disliked than Hillary Clinton. The Republicans. So the only thing the Democrats really have going for them is the Republicans. And vice versa. Here, guess what John Edwards had to say about her?
It is the fight that we've been through since the 90s.
Senator, they may actually want to run against you. And that's the reason they keep bringing you up.
So that's not me saying it. That's all the Democrats saying it. So why do I bring this up? Well, because Politico, which is that outstanding news journalism thing on the line, there couldn't be more of a mainstream corporate. If you feel like mainstream corporate talking points, Politico. Sometimes they do good work. Politico, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of reporters. Almost accidentally, you'd come up with a good story, right? But here is now John Ralston. You know who John Ralston is, right? We've had him on the show. We didn't have him on, but we showed him that they call him the dean of politics in Las Vegas. And it turns out he's called the dean there because their politics school is Trump University. Not a lot of other professors of politics in Las Vegas, turns out. So people just go to John Ralston because no one else is there doing it. And it turns out he revealed himself over this last primary that he's not really that good of a journalist, that he's willing to repeat and stand by lies, blatant falsehoods, and call it reporting because he's doing it in aid of the establishment. And when he smeared the Bernie supporters, we did a whole thing about it. He went on Rachel Maddow. It was a whole thing. Rachel Maddow let him smear Bernie Sanders and tell lies and do bad journalism. And so we called him out for it, and he still has never corrected the record. He still stands by that the Bernie Sanders people threw chairs in Nevada. He stands by it. Not a shred of evidence. Look, there's more cameras at a casino in Las Vegas than at a Sammy's camera shop, and nobody got a picture of a chair being thrown. And nobody got arrested, even though there were cops all over the place. Isn't that amazing? He stands by that story. So John Ralston revealed himself to not have a lot of character and be a bad journalist. We called him out on it. I thought he would correct it. He still hasn't corrected it. So I can't give him the benefit of the doubt. So that just shows, again, the corporate journalism, they lack integrity. It's all about access. And there's no punishment for someone who lies and does bad journalism in aid of the establishment.